We head to an underground parking garage to talk to a lady that is a full-time booster to learn more about her and her operation. Here's what we found out.
How's it going?
I have to say, this is not what I expected to walk into. You look like you could be just going on lunch break from your office job and on a walk with your dog.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into the world of boosting.
Life's just been rough for us. I've had 2 jobs and they just didn't go very well.
And when you say us, you're talking about you and the dog?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Okay.
She's my little mascot. She comes everywhere with me. She comes to work with me.
She boosts with you.
Yeah,
Is she almost part of the cover a little bit?
She's my sidekick. Yeah, no, she's like the very important thing. She has to run and play before I can take her in. Otherwise, she'll start whining and getting a little antsy. So usually by the time I go in there, she's passed out. And I just do is, I take my time. She'll be sleeping and I take her in the fitting room. And then that's where I do my thing. When I go in the fitting rooms, I take everything out. And I fold it as flat as I can and I'll lay her bed on top of it. The only thing that sometimes is a little scary though is like she'll be sitting from here and all of a sudden she's sitting a little high, but I don't think they'll notice.
Because there's so much stuff stuffed in there that she's up a little bit?
Yeah.
So what do you look for when you're boosting? Like, is it a certain dollar amount or a certain type of product?
If you were to get something that's $50, you probably sell it for $5, $10.
What's the biggest haul you've ever had?
About maybe a little over a couple grand.
Really? And what was that? What were the items?
Cashmere, they run about $200, $300. Michael Kors, $500, $600, $700. Purses and stuff like that.
What leads you to do this? Because I would imagine this is a high pressure, high stress kind of job.
Yeah, honestly, to survive, to be able to eat, to feed my dog. If you want to eat, you got to do what you got to do, really.
There's a domino effect to this, right? Like I know there are a lot of retail stores have shut in San Francisco, and there's people there that depend on that full-time money for their family. If someone lost their job because a place had to close down because of boosting, how do you feel about it?
It definitely sucks. I'd have to go outside the city. That takes a little bit longer. It takes a lot of time out of the day, and you don't get as much done as you really want.
Are there any consequences for doing this, or is it kind of open season, you can kind of just get away with it?
There's a maximum of up to $950 before you go to jail.
So do you usually try and take under that amount?
To be honest, I don't really pay attention.
How many days a week about do you go do this?
You know what? San Francisco is pretty expensive out here, so sometimes every day.
All right guys, I think it's time to go hit the streets and go to the black market. I'll see you there.